Welcome one and all, my name is Tawess and this is a desk. But that is not the only thing when I'm here today. We have a bunch of dice. Let's see if we can focus on those things. Yeah, a trio of dice. Now what we can do with a bunch of dice? Well, and by that I mean we, are going to put these things to work. These are sanding pads. And we're going to try to get a glass finish on these things, because we need that. Now, these two are pair of resin dice that cost from a master that was polished with a 2000 grit sandpaper. That is good for a really smooth finish, but it doesn't do jack for clarity. So we're going to try to work our way through on this here. This here lovely thing. This is what we're going to try and polish up first. So we're going to start with a 1500 grit sandpaper, well, polishing pad. And I mean, it's not much we can do with this really, we just simply go to town. Now, one thing I'm worried about here is the fact that I'm not entirely sure we're going to be able to keep this. Well, we started off nice, getting a nice surface on it. Okay, still a bit to go though. Let's see if we can get some brightness in here. There we go. Now, this is pretty soft, but also a bit difficult to work with. Anyway, we are going to... we got a really nice soft finish now. Now this was, as I say, not anything I expected to do particularly incredible with, because, well, it is still just 1500. It's actually coarser than the regular pad I had. This is color code, by the way, really nice. Bottom of Thomann's, looks like, no, they're micro mesh. It's really nice. We're gonna skip the 18 because I've technically already polished that, and plop our ass right up to 2400. This is smooth. It's really smooth. So currently we sit at a nice, smooth but cloudy look. So let's go hard on, shall we? This is one step up now. It's starting to get getting really smooth now, but still you can see it's far off from being clear. But oh my, is it smooth. Well, on to 3200. We're now getting down to this sort of Yeah, this is about as comfy as it looks. We are getting very smooth now. Sorry. Next up we got 3600. This now sort of feel a bit like paper. Now, of course, when we're going to do this for a batch, you can need a polishing wheel. Because doing this for more than one die at a time, not really manageable. You have a fucking carpal tunnel syndrome in no time. In that we need some way to actually mount the thing on a spinning axle. I don't have that either. Another problem here is, of course, I'm not entirely sure how we do the... This is not staying plain, of course, because the die is curved, which actually sat on it, but cured completely. But it was broken to begin with. We're now starting to actually see some improvements, actually, so that's nice. Well, still no improvement on the clarity, but oh my lord, smooth. We continue down the line. Now we break into the 4000s, which is crazy. This literally feels... Now I'll switch hand a bit. Well, no, yeah, it's visually very bad to switch hand, but I have to do it because I'm starting to get a cramp in that one. But I'm not missing much. We are just basically polishing on here. There's like smell to it. That's weird. But it smells very nice. And at this point, we can no longer see the regular scratches, and it's starting to be very smooth. But also start to round out the edges a bit. That's my biggest concern, actually. Okay, we're not going to do the grits, so I have to carry a bit. Take a bit more care for what I'm doing. I'm on to 6,000s. I'm now trying to do 50 rubs actually, because so here we go. And we are actually now starting to see some slight clarity in it. But it's still unclear as to what it's supposed to do. So give it another 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. Now we are starting to see some difference. Yeah. This is 8,000. This is literally like a piece of leather, a smooth piece of leather. And I'm pretty sure that at one point or another this actually was a smooth piece of leather. Okay. We're now starting to be able to see through the dye. Compared to... But we also rounded edges, something crazy. But yeah, now we have a glass finish. Let's see if I can get a good distance on this to actually get... Catching light on this one. There we go. Compared to this side. I must also see the rounding a bit. It's not that sharp anymore. But that we can fix later. Now, of course, comes the point where I'm hoping for some last rub magic. This is technically good enough. I can retexture through this, which is really hard on the other ones. But now I can actually retexture through it. But we are nothing if not thorough, so we are going to go down to the 12,000. And this is not even coarse, it's just smooth. Just smoothness. This is where I hope we get real magic happening. Right. It's now glass. I mean, look at this. This is actually... This is glass. And I can't really show particularly well here, but when you look through it, it's clear. You can see the finger there. And if I flip the side around, you see the difference. It's wonderful. It basically did everything I hoped it was going to do. I'm just going to plonk that in there to dish a bit on it. Take the final. Oh my lord. Now I'm a very tactile person. I love the sense of textures, and this has a wonderful... The design on it is still very sharp. So that's nice. Now we're gonna basically start the whole thing over again. As soon as I manage to figure out where I put all the different grades. Now, as I said, fortunately these are marked on the back, so I don't need to worry particularly much about mixing them up. 3.2, 3.8 is 4.0. But on the 2.4, this was 1.5. And again, back to top. These are also fairly usable. They don't wear down quite as quickly. Now, to be proved we can do it with this. Now we're going to take something else, with more difficult. This you're not going to see particularly well. This is a resin, not a resin piece. This is a PLA, printed die, which you're going to see if you can actually get a good finish on. Because my hope is to make really good masters out of these. Now this is a tiny little piece. It's going to be incredibly uncomfortable to polish. We're going to try it. This course going to be no see-through on this one, because there's not. What was 1.8? This is 1.5. This was 2.4. Yes, no, we're back on this in a second. So.
If I miss my mark, just pull me back down where I can feel some comfort in my own head, my voice within. And it can be enough. It can be enough when your efforts stop. Let it be enough. Why are these thoughts so cold? It's a fear I was growing old. And I can't stop my thinking about it, but I can't change my point of view. If I miss my mark, just pull me back down where I can feel some comfort in my own head, your voice within. And it can be enough. It can be enough when your efforts stop. Let it be enough. It can be enough. If I miss my mark, just pull me back down where I can feel some comfort in my own head, my voice within. And it can be enough. It can be enough when your efforts stop. Let it be enough.
So, welcome back. We now look at a bunch of solid polish dye. This one was a bit cloudy to begin with, so as you will see it's not quite as see-through as the other one. It still have very much a glass finish, but the surface isn't perfect, as you can see, and it's much more cloudy to begin with. But if you compare it to what it started with, to these sides, I think this is a fair enough finish. But as I said, this is a poor sample because it got pretty much bungled to begin with. Here's the clear sample. As you can see, it is really clear. It's really nice, and it's a glass finish on top. It's very smooth too. So compare what it started with, which is starts to look like this, and we ended up with this. This is really nice. Now for the last one, it's a bit different, because this is, let's say, not resin piece. This is a FDM piece, and you see we nearly got a glass finish on this one too. So for white dye, you could technically use this and just polish the living heck out of them. But you see the middle there is not perfect, it's a bit concave, so we need to hold the pad. But it's a lot better than this for making masters. But again, it has softened the edges a little bit, and I'm actually okay with this. This could become sort of signature look. I kinda like it. They're still hard edge, but they're slightly softened. Anyway, so for what it's worth, these are really nice. I got these from a German guitar store, as mentioned, called Thomann, or Thomann, I don't know. And these are micro mesh pads, so they're really nice, really fine. And while they don't last for an eternity, they actually last a fair amount of time. So, with that said, we are now at the point where we have all the pieces in place for what will become a rather epic dice making journey. And, well, for our first trip, it might go a little bit timey-wimey, if you know what I mean. But that's a story for another time. Until then, stay safe, be kind, and play fair. Bye!